Alright, knife expert here, and today I wanted to show you my Spyderco triangle Sharpmaker. So this is my Spyderco Sharpmaker review. And I bought this right at the same time that I bought my first substantial knife, which I've said is one of the synthetic handled K-bars. Until then I just had regular Swiss Army knives and multi-tools and little simple folding knives. Nothing all that substantial. And of course I'd experimented using whatever stones I could find to sharpen them, and regular blade steels and so on, and it obviously of very little use and success. So it's not the only way to sharpen a knife, but it's the easiest way to get into it for you beginners. This is all you need to sharpen your knives. Comes in a handy little package with a cover, two different sets of stones, synthetic, medium, and a fine. So ceramic, medium, and this fine is actually a synthetic sapphire. As you can see, I've been using it. It's going to need cleaning soon, but that'll work for today. And then we have the brass handguards. Always use these. When you're a beginner, you will be very careful and you'll say, hey, I haven't even come close to cutting myself. I don't need them. Yes, you do, because once you get more advanced and pay less attention and start going faster, you'll find that you'll end up hitting the guard, and that'll get your attention really fast. So how these work, there are 4 different ways, or 4 different settings. The very first, the most coarse setting is you do your grinding with the corners of the medium stone, and then once you have a blade edge set, then you use the flat edges of the coarse of the medium stone here. And then actually with the flat edges of the medium stone, that'll get you sharp enough. That'll be sharp enough for your regular folks. But we're all blade aficionados. We're the knife experts. There's no such thing as sharp enough. There's either dull or sharp. So you go to your fine stone on the corners is step number 3. That gets you a very sharp knife. And then you just finish that edge with step 4. It just makes it a perfect, and it's sharp. Any knife I've tried sharpening with this has been very sharp after this 4-step process. There are 2 different settings, or 2 different, it helps to make sure that you have the perfect edge angle on your blade. You can use 30-degree back bevel and 40-degree for an edge. The first time you're doing a sharpening, just use the 40-degree. I'll do more videos using a back bevel, and the factory video DVD that comes with it is pretty helpful with that as well. So I will go ahead and set up as if I was taking a knife for the first time, and going to give it a sharpen. You can even sharpen your factory knife, because you'll be able to make it sharper with this than they come from the factory. Don't forget to use your hand guards here. Alright, so that's the setup. And the hardest part of sharpening a knife, I'm going to use this here is my buddy's acorn, and it has he mucked it up somehow. He was trying to pry something with it, and he put a little bend in the blade, and then he bent it back, and then he tried sharpening with a stone, and it's dull, it's got no edge. So I told him I would fix it for him. And obviously the hardest part of sharpening a knife is, what angle do you hold it at, right? Well, this, is that angle good? Is that angle good? Maybe they're all good, but you have to be consistent on every pass. So here, to get the consistent angle, it holds the stone's at an angle, all you have to do is hold the knife vertical. Now I'll do another video of me trying to repair this knife edge, but I'm just showing you how this works. And that is how you using this coarse grind. I'm going to have to do it 50, 100 times. I don't know. Get a good blade set, and you test it. Obviously, there's a bit of a, it's not even close. This is the Sharpmaker. When you've done all you can with those medium blades or stones, then you go to the fine stones. Alright, so getting this from another angle here, I thought this would be better for showing how to actually use the Sharpmaker here. So as you can see, you hold the knife vertical and you just go back and forth. This is a pretty sturdy blade, so I don't have to worry about any flexing in this direction. A few more features, obviously, once you finish up with the coarse blades, you go to the fine blades. A couple other features I'll show you here. In the end here is a spot to put a holder. So this is for doing scissors. I'll do a separate video of me sharpening some scissors, but for scissors and snips and other items on that angle, inside the stones here is a groove, and that's for doing very tips. Like, you could probably use that for a fish hook. Depends on the thickness of the item. Use that. Obviously you can go up and down here with your awl or with a dart, but I think it'd be easier if you're inside here. And on the back you can put the stone in here as if it's a bench stone now. You can do that with either stone. There are two other stones that you can use. There's an ultra fine, so if this isn't fine enough for you, I'll probably experiment with a razor blade, using this stone to hone a razor blade. Maybe I need the ultra fine. We'll see how it works. So there's an ultra fine, the fine, the medium, and then there is a more coarse, a diamond blade or a diamond stone, and that's for more aggressive metal removal on reshaping a blade. I've had this probably about 5 years, and it's worked wonderful. I've kept a good weight on all my knives. Everything that I own, I touch it up and keep a nice sharp edge on it. I expect not just 5 years, but probably about another at least 10 years of use out of this. It's just, the durability is amazing. As you can see, there's some black marks, and that's the steel getting inside the stone. And the way you clean it is with just water and a regular scour pad, and you can scour it. If you need a little bit more help or a little bit more abrasiveness, you could use something like Comet and just scour it and clean it that way. Rinse it off, dry it, and you're good to keep going. With proper care, this could last you a lifetime. Be sure to not drop any of the stones, as with any ceramic it will break. And other than that, I would highly suggest you go get your own. If you're new to sharpening, this is the best and easiest way to get into it. I highly recommend this Spyderco Sharpmaker. Please let me know what you think about your version or your copy of the Sharpmaker in the comments below. Thank you.